I've recently realized the importance of saying no and the different things when I say no, what it means for me and my life and the people who I am connected to and in relationship, whether it be family, friends, work, or romantic relationships. But no has been a word that in my life and my past has been difficult and still sometimes is still difficult for me to say. It's often at times kept me in bondage. Um, I've lost friends. Um, I have been in relationships that weren't that great because of my inability to say no. But I say over the last year, I've realized how important the word no is and how powerful it can be. For me, the word no, like you may have heard or may not have heard, it is a complete sentence. That is the first thing that we have to remember. Saying no is no. Sometimes we may have the fear of, okay, if I say no, I've got to give them an explanation. I've got to tell them why. And sometimes I know for me personally, it's because I don't want to seem like a bad person, like I was being mean. I still wanted to be liked. So I'd say no and give a reason why. But then there'll be other times that I might not want to give a reason why. It may be personal to me. I may not want to share that. And so often what times is I may have lied or you may have even lied about really why you're saying the word no, but you are entitled to say no. I think that it's very important to recognize that when you say no, um, and someone is pushing you to say yes or change it to a maybe, that is a huge indication of how much they respect you, how much they respect your no. And it may even be an indication that they have challenges with the word no and setting own boundaries in their own life. And that's a conversation you may have if that person is a healthy person and someone you generally trust. Or if they don't, it may be a conversation that you don't have. And if your word is no, it's no. You don't have to give a reason why, and I don't have to give a reason why. Um, and if someone can respect that, that then means that I'm gaining a better in my relationships and my connections with others. So one thing I've realized is the word no will give me an indication of where someone's respect level is for me. Um, and I hope thinking about that it'll do the same for you. The other reason, one of the underlying reasons, is the word no can at times mean rejection. I.e., if I say no, and when I say rejection, I mean my own fear of rejection. If I say no, people might look at me different, not want to be around me, not think I'm a great person. And so, if they do that based on my no, then I feel rejected and I feel upset and then I feel bad about myself. I've had to realize that, again, like I said, if they can take my no, then they respect me. And anyone who doesn't and really has a hard time with it, that's something we have to discuss and maybe discuss where they're going to be in my life or, even for you, where they're going to be. But no is a complete sentence. And at times you're going to start feeling guilty, to be honest with you, when you first start saying no, especially when you don't give a reason. And it's up to you if you want to give a reason. And when you first start saying no, and you're going to feel guilty, you're going to feel like, but you have that right to set that boundary. Sometimes we overextend ourselves doing things for people that we don't have any time for, when we're completely tired, when we're worn out, when we don't have anything left to give. We continue to say yes because in our belief we're saying no. We may feel rejected or we may hurt someone else's feelings. And you may be right. You may hurt someone's feelings, but that's also their responsibility to also take on. So, and we may think, well, we're being bad or that person's not going to feel great, but then that's also a decision they have to really make for themselves in that. So we have to be firm and standing on our no and knowing why we say no. No is a boundary. Boundaries are about protecting. They could be protecting yourself or protecting someone else. For example, if a friend asks me to go, I don't know, out to eat and I didn't have any money, but I said yes anyway and put it on my credit card. I'm not thinking about myself. I'm not protecting myself from being in debt. I'm just saying yes to please that other person. and not thinking about, well, I need to protect myself. I need to make sure I don't go into debt, and maybe I need to pay my bills, or whatever the case may be. But it is difficult. I'm not going to lie. Saying no at the first time is difficult, and you don't know how that other person will respond, but that's a conversation you have to have, which is another difficult thing. But your no is your no. It is a complete sentence. You don't have to feel guilty. You may feel guilty, but eventually you'll get over it and you'll work through it. And sometimes you may have a hard time saying no, and it's going to take some time before you start to work yourself up to there. But I just want to let you know it's okay. I've struggled with it. I still struggle with it. I've gotten a lot better over the years, over the time, I'd say. I'm getting more comfortable with saying no, and more at peace with saying no. So I just hope that this was helpful for whoever's listening to it. Let your no be a no, and be okay with it, and know that it's a boundary. It protects you, may protect someone else. And like I said, my most important thing, when you say no and you don't give someone an explanation, and it just tells in there, it tells you a lot. Pay attention to people who respect your no. So thank you very much for your time.